Amitabh, let me just get the facts up here. So for you, the moon is like practically next door, right? It's only 384,000 kilometers away compared to Mars. How excited are you?
It's absolutely very exciting. It's mind-blowing. It's a mind-blowing experience. Let me tell you why. See, I was born in 1970, right? And so that is approximately the time when the last humans were on the moon. After that, what have we done? We have gone to the International Space Station, which is barely 250 miles away. So for the first time, we're headed out really where we should have been much before. So we are going back to the moon. And so just as you used to have multiple trips to the International Space Station every 6 months for the last 20, 30 years, now that's going to be the same thing about the moon. This is going to be the new platform for experiencing space. So it's a very big deal. And this is not just this unsustainable government effort. A little later, you will have Starship, which is Elon Musk's launch vehicle. And the very big difference between Starship and this is that that is perhaps 1,000 times cheaper to operate because everything can be reused. So everything here cannot be recycled. So I think we are in a very different trajectory we just entered a very different trajectory for space exploration.
Yeah, in terms of cost, I mean, at least $35 billion Artemis has cost. Tell us about what excites you about the technology and the engineering. I like this fact. The average size family car probably takes about 55 liters. I know in the United States you guys use gallons. I'm going to go with liters. Right. 55 liters. Right. And then here we are. The amount of fuel that this uses is 1,000 times more every second for 8 minutes compared to a car. That's crazy.
Right. That's the price you have to pay to escape gravity. So, in space, we say that the biggest cost is to leave gravity. Everything else is free. So if you are going from Earth to Mars, there is hardly, you go by the push that you receive and the attraction of Mars. Mars is gravity. But here, yes, indeed, the refueling, the fueling of the spacecraft that you saw, that is 500,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen. So that's how much we're talking about.
Absolutely amazing. What's the biggest challenge here?
The challenge is the return, I feel. So during return, we have to test the heat shield on Orion. So when it returns, the temperature is going to be maybe 5,000 Fahrenheit, which is a lot hotter than when you're coming back from the space station. And so that is very important for human astronauts, right? If that heat shield is not durable enough, the human astronauts might not survive, right? So that is a very critical spot that we are observing.
Amitabh, why are you guys at NASA so interested in going back to the moon? Are you worried that possibly there might be taikonauts up there at some stage, that the Chinese will be back on the moon before the Americans can be?
So let's get something right. See, the Chinese don't have the launch vehicle capacity to go back to the moon yet. So this vehicle has a lower orbit launch capacity of 130. So the Chinese don't have anything and probably will not have anything in the next 10 years or 5 years. So the idea of going back to the moon, as you said in the beginning, is because it is so close by. Mars is 7 months away. To make any technology work, the battleground should be the moon, because Mars is very expensive and very undoable from the engineering perspective. So we need to test out everything from life support systems to oxygen generation plants. Everything has to be demonstrated on the moon first before you carry it to Mars.
Amitabh, you always enlighten us. Thank you so much indeed. Amitabh Ghosh, NASA scientist, speaking to us from Washington. Take care and good luck with the mission.
Thank you.